Chris. Welcome to Edging with Friends. I'm Dave. Brian's in the engineer, and today's guest is Chrispy. We'll call him Chrispy. That's his alias.
That is.
He's here illegally from Poland.
Yep.
He's a gambling connoisseur, a Vegas junkie, and we are happy to have you here, man.
Thank you so much. I'm here to explain a little bit about everything, and we're Edging with Friends. Perfect podcast. So Thank you for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Let's go back to Vegas. You know, how many times have you been to Vegas?
I've been to Vegas at least 15 times at this point. So I've been going since 2010. And, you know, for me, it's a place to get away from everything. I live in Connecticut, so we're here on the East Coast. It's fun out here, but it's not like on the West Coast. The people, the vibe, the charm, the magic out there, you can't go wrong. The reason I love Vegas, I aim for the three things in life: the wife, the mistress, and the girlfriend. No, I'm kidding, but I like, I like to have fun. It's a place of magic to me, and
You mean magic? You mean like prostitutes?
oh yeah, that too. But no, you know,
They're magical.
oh yeah, there's plenty of that. But you know what? When you're a younger guy like myself, you can have a lot of fun out there. It's a lot of good things to do. Hopefully, we get to explain some stories. I got a bunch of funny things that happen to me out there, and
I love how you refer to yourself as younger. You're older than me.
You know what? I'm very mature for my age. Thank you very much.
Hat. I like it.
Oh,
I like the shirt. The shirt is very festive. Did you get that in Vegas?
Yes, I did actually.
Was it free? Did you win it somewhere?
Yeah, I think I won it as a raffle or something like that. But you know, only two guys can get away with this: party animals and interesting guys. So yeah.
Speaking of weird shirts, I remember one time in Vegas where you found a guy who was dressed like you.
Oh, so this is a great story. We were at the Aria. Now, I'm dressed right now in khakis and a shirt, but at the time I was wearing yellow basketball shorts and a blue, like baby blue, Tar Heel blue polo. Now, everyone gave me trash about it, that, you know, it's very out there, especially you and two of our friends that were out there gave me a hard time about my outfit. You said it's the worst thing you've ever seen, probably ever. Now, the whole day I'm getting quips and everything else from my friends. What happens when I go into the Aria? The Aria is a nice, classy casino if nobody's ever been there. Very modern, very charming.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful place. Absolutely. We'll tell some good Aria stories too. So I'm dressed over there, and we're by the craps tables, and wouldn't you know, we ran into a total stranger, same exact outfit, down to the T. We're talking same shorts, same polo, and the best part is we took a picture. Yeah. Remember that? That we actually have a picture, and hopefully we can shoot it up somewhere here, give you guys a little taste of what it looks like.
Brian,
but
you're gonna see the shirt.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing outfit. Where it is a little tacky. I'll admit, I have no shame, no anything.
It's probably the best you dressed in a long time, though. Like, it looked good.
I kind of. You know what? I got a different kind of taste, but to each their own. So.
So what was the first time you've gone to Vegas?
Yes.
What was your experience? What did you remember? What made you go back besides the compulsive gambling?
See, that's the gambling. But no. So 2010 was the first time I ever went out to Vegas. How this worked out was back in the day, you used to get good rewards points. So if you had a credit card and you got good credit, you could get, you know, cash back, everything else. Now it's like 1 or 2%. We're talking 2010 times. Excuse me. It was 5%. So and people were moving out of their houses. They were buying fridges. They were buying, you know, couches. They were paying in cash. I was putting on my card and collecting points, this and that. I collected $1,200 in points. So Bank of America cut me a check for $1,200. Thank you, Bank of America. I appreciate that.
They're not sponsored.
They're not sponsored, but they sponsored my trip. So I mean, it paid for my flight. My flight was $300. The hotel at the room, since I'm so cheap and I love a discount, was $250, something like that. No resort fees, no paying for parking, none of this. I was old school Vegas, but the reason going out there was the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm a big hockey guy. Me and you know, we got a bond for hockey. We got different teams, but we still love hockey, everything else. So big Pittsburgh Penguin fan. Oh, jeez. You know, PK Subban, who's back
right
there. I see my boy Subban.
That's right.
I love that man. You know what? I saw him play. I booed everyone on the Devils except Subban because he's my boy. But
right, my boy too.
So back to the story. It was Stanley Cup Finals. It was actually Game 7 when I went out there for Devils and Penguins. So in 2009, Penguins and Devils went to the finals. The Penguins lost in the Stanley Cup Finals. It's a repeat of that. Game 7 was the first day I ended up at the Luxor. Now, I was kind of, learning about sports betting, learning the ropes, but it was still new to me and everything else. So I remember I wanted to place a big bet, what I thought was a big bet at the time. So I didn't really understand how much money people bet in Vegas or how much, of the kind of action they get. I remember going up to the window and being like, you know what? I want to place a big bet. Is it okay? Is there a maximum here at the Luxor? I remember they come up to me and they go, maximum 1 million, 2 million. What do you got in your pockets? I'm like, whoa. I'm like, okay, I'll take my.
Here's $100.
Yeah, exactly. I bet. I think it was 250. I think I bet 250 at the time.
You're probably shaking giving that money up.
Oh, I was. Oh, it hurt. It hurt like there was no tomorrow. Because and I had all the Penguins gear, everything else. So down there, everyone was a Red Wings fan. I watched it at the sports book. Yeah. Okay. And everyone was Detroit. Everyone was on board. The Penguins were plus 300. So how that works is 3-1 odds that they were a big underdog. So that bet won me $750. Yeah, exactly. Nice time, right? Yeah. And I remember they won a lot. I was getting a lot of crap from a lot of the people over there, but it was such an interesting vibe because everyone was on board. That's like, they have so many sports there when it comes to like hockey, the UFC, boxing, that it brings people from all cultures over there. Well, that's what I liked about it. So winning this bet, I remember going up to the window, like to the lady that I placed my bet. I'm like, I should have bet the $1 million, and I didn't. But no,
it was like, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, exactly. No,
degenerate.
Yeah,
here.
but that itself paid for my trip. So from there, it was all on fun money, and I realized that, okay, hey, I could spend a little bit. Let me explore here. Let me see this. Let me go see a show here and there. So that's what got me into the shows. I remember actually a former guest of ours, Derek, came the first year I went out there. So me and him went out, and the good thing we saw was Penn and Teller, the comedians. And yep. I got pictures meeting the guys afterwards too. It's maybe somewhere here. There. But the show was amazing. I've never seen anything like it back here, because when they come off, it's coming like off Broadway. So when they're off Broadway, they give you the B stuff. When you're going to where they perform, it's the A list. It's the big props. It's the big tricks. Everything else. Where
in Vegas.
In Vegas. Oh yeah. Because they have in the Rio. It's a little bit off the strip. It's still on the strip, but it's off the strip over there. So they perform every night.
It's got the connecting.
Correct, with the zip line now and everything else.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was even before the zip line and everything else. But me and Derek decided that, hey, it's a good idea to go take a look at this. And we didn't know what we're getting into. We're like, we see stuff on TV, but it's bigger than life. It really is. The performance these people put on, worth every cent. And you know me, I'm cheap. I'm the cheapest guy you probably know and probably will ever know. So for me, giving a recommendation like that, you got to go see it.
Penn and Teller is good. I remember when my Vegas had the point system.
Oh yeah.
And I got free tickets to go see what was it, Cirque Soleil.
Yes.
I forgot what name of it was. I went there because we all kind of split up that night. I went there, and man, that was wild. I thought I was tripping.
Absolutely.
They're all like in the stands, and I was like, this is freaking wild, dude.
Was it Zumanity? Was it the one at New York? There was Zumanity. There's Ka, which is the one.
That's the one.
Yeah,
MGM.
That's the one. Yep.
MGM. That was sick, dude.
Oh, and the same thing, because guess what? So again, we're in Connecticut. We see stuff. We have Mohegan and Fox. It's two big casinos, but they're not Vegas style. So we got the B shows. I've actually seen Cirque Dreams, which is Cirque du Soleil Dreams with Debbie Gibson at the time at Foxwoods. Now, it was a good show, but it's nowhere near the show they put on in Vegas, where they give you the A material, basically, like that. So the good ones too. Chris Angel, if you ever saw Chris Angel over there, amazing guy. Like that guy is.
Carrot Top too.
So funny story about this one. Good you brought that up. There was a girl, I'll call her Shannon at the time. Now, me and Shannon decided to go out to Vegas and have a good time. This and that. I'm a cheapskate. I'll remember just. For the record, I'm a cheapskate, and I'll say it 100 times over. I didn't want to buy her tickets to Chris Angel because they were $150 at the time. No matter what, yeah, that hurt. And you know what? I liked her, but she wasn't $150 tier tickets where I wanted to go on the cheaper budget. So there's a thing called Tickets for Tonight, hopefully a sponsor of the show one day. But Tickets for Tonight, you can buy a ticket for the day of. So meaning like you have to show up that day. You can't buy for a week out. It has to be that show that day. I'm looking down the list and everything is like $75, $100, cheaper, but still not my price. Carrot Top, $26. Now
That's
I'm
all
like,
it was?
well, that was the first year he was out there in Vegas. So I can't, 2012, 2014, something like that. And so here's how the story goes. And I went, I bought 2 tickets. She's like, oh, you're being cheap. I'm like, no, I heard great things about it. I had no idea. I know who Carrot Top is. I knew he was the 1-800 Collect.
You
but
just let her into it. I remember old school Carrot Top was very questionable. I was like, aw.
No, I kind of knew it's in Vegas, so it has to be good. It was at the Luxor at the time. I think he's still there. He's been doing it for like 15 years or something now, 12, 15 years. But regardless, the show had me in tears. He's a prop comic, so it's like Gallagher where he's pulling stuff out of his chest and things. And everyone was dying of laughter. I'm like, this is such a great show. We walked out of there like, this is the best show we ever saw. It's like, I want to see it again. I came back to Vegas with a whole another group of people the next year, and I told everyone, we got to go see Carrot Top. No matter what, let's go see him. He was $110 the next year at tickets for tonight.
So what do you think happened with that? Is that like
He became
they under budgeted him because they didn't think nobody would come see him?
I think so, because he had the name value, but nobody knew what kind of show they were getting into. Now, mind you, the guy was amazing. Like the way the presentation, I don't want to even give it away. It's like such a good show that you have to go see it for yourself to really understand. Where it's there's mannerisms, everything else that I could explain it to you and it won't be funny, but seeing it yourself, you'll totally get it. He was under budgeted because nobody wanted to go there. Then he was the comedian of the year, I think, or something like that, and it just exploded. Then everyone's going to the show, and now it's a big deal. So now everyone wants to go see Carrot Top.
Is he still doing
He's
stuff?
still doing it at the Luxor, as far as for 6 months ago.
Who was at Luxor when we stayed there? Who was there? Chris Angel?
Chris Angel was still there, yeah. And then he moved back to Planet Hollywood, because Planet Hollywood used to be the Aladdin. That's a little bit before my time. I'm old, but not that old, all right? So, but Planet Hollywood is where he is now with a Caesar show. Amazing show, too. Definitely worth it. But, I mean, it's a big act and everything else. It's not like you got a personal feel with Carrot Top compared to the big act stage. Like Penn and Teller make you feel like they're performing directly for you. If you ever so instead of you watching a presentation, you're in the presentation. And last time I saw him last year, me and my buddy Jim. Jim is another guy that I'll bring a couple stories about. So when me and Jim came out there, we were front row. And a friend of ours got called on the stage. We got a pizza out the deal. It's amazing. I mean, you got to go out there to Vegas just for the shows, the entertainment value, everything else. Nothing to do with the gambling. I don't care about the gambling. You want to gamble $1, help yourself. You want to gamble $50 million, that's your problem, right? So I'm there to tell you, just have fun, go out there and have a good time.
So as a cheapskate that you are, and that you may be a cheapskate out there too, like someone's first time going there now.
Yes.
In 2025.
Yeah.
Like, what is the best route to get someone to go there affordably?
Oh, see, this is a loaded question, because it used to be like this. You used to be able to find the ticket out there where we're 2,300 miles away. It would cost you $250, bags and everything else. Now it's going to cost you like $350, which you got to just figure in. Hey, you're flying out there. You got to get out there. No matter what the airline is, doesn't matter. You need to get out there.
I think the airline matters. What airline would you choose? Spirit?
No.
Why? What happened?
No.
Let's talk about our trip on Spirit.
So Spirit, I love you guys, because you guys did get me to Vegas, but that was the worst flight maybe I've ever had on the way back.
We got a military discount. We got our free luggage on there.
You know what? Thank you for that, because I had a bunch of towels that I bought at the Aria pool. I mean, I had like 12 towels that made my luggage go over.
Where the hell's my towel? I know I bought a towel.
Yeah, no, we bought them. We bought them. They were very nice. They were brand new, and I love those towels, by the way. So yours is still in the mail as it comes to, but
I think that flight on Spirit is probably the only time I thought I was having a heart attack.
It was so good. I mean, on the way there wasn't a problem. We came out of Boston. I think we had to go to Boston, and then we were flying back into Boston for some reason, but we got some turbulence. Now, this would be a good Derek question, who was your guest last time, where
I should have brought that.
I know he would
try to forget that.
Yeah, so I'm not going to explain to you physics or whatever, but I usually, if you're getting turbulence, it feels like the ceiling's falling, like you're just free falling, this and that, where it's going up and down. We got the turbulence that literally went left and right, and we literally thought we're doing a barrel roll. I mean, the place was shaking like there's no tomorrow. You're white as a ghost. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this has happened. Nobody said a word. And then dummy me, couldn't help myself. I put my hands in the air and I go, barrel roll time.
I think that's when I realized I was going to fucking probably die right there. And it was weird, Brian. Brian, you should see this turbulence. It went like...
Literally, it was
like
shaking.
It didn't go this way or this way.
Yeah, and it literally was banking so hard it wasn't even funny. But you know what? That's what happens in those kind of situations where if I'm scared, I make a joke out of it. To me, it's either, you laugh or you cry in life. And I'd rather laugh than cry, I guess, in that situation. But that was bad.
We were over the Rockies, too, because they went up and down the Rockies, and that's probably why.
Oh, yeah.
Remember we brought all the little nippers on the plane, and the dudes behind us were trying to do shots with us on that plane. That's the South flight going there, right?
Now, there might have been some people in front of us that had, because a little TSA secret that somebody told me is they don't care how many nippers you bring on an airplane. Now, the airline is going to be pissed off at you, but you didn't hear this from me. You could bring as many 1-ounce nippers in a Ziploc gallon bag as you can fit. So, I mean, the people in front of us had about, I want to say 15 nippers, 16 nippers, all jam-packed in there, and they may or may not have partaken into a little drinking games that we saw over there. Yeah,
I think it was after that incident we started drinking. Yeah, I remember I did a lot.
Oh, see, you and the guy in front, which was very nice. And
I had to. I thought I was going to die.
And you know what? We had a very nice gentleman to the left of me because I think we were sitting 3 deep that wanted to buy us drinks because he kept drinking. And I was like, no, we're all set. Thank you very much. Because there's no way I'm buying a $15. If you see me buying a $15 shot on an airplane, throw me out the airplane. Yeah. That's it.
I mean, you're having a stroke at that point.
Yeah, at that point, I'm sure something's wrong. You gotta check up on your boy. I'm sorry. So
I don't think you're paying $15 for anything.
I'm not paying $15 for a meal, let alone that.
So. Not even a haircut. That's why you're wearing a hat.
No, even better. Exactly.
You look ridiculous.
I gotta look classy. Only the best for this podcast. So I love it, guys.
You got the good shirt too. I love it.
No, I had to. So funny enough with the shirt, there's actually a good picture of me at Bellagio from 2 years ago where I went into the flower garden. The flower garden, if nobody knows, is just, a whole bunch of flowers arranged like a tiger, a lion that you're walking into. Beautiful. And it's free. That's the best part. You could just walk into the Bellagio and walk out of there without paying a dime. Go look at the flower arrangements, everything else. Everything's real. So no fake flowers, no baloney. It's just real stuff. And there's a picture of me like trying to blend into the flower garden. Yeah. Amazing.
That's post-COVID. So what changed since COVID? I know COVID was kind of stressful for Vegas. They lost a lot of business out there.
They did, and they lost a lot of people because Vegas beforehand was very overcrowded, which is maybe good, maybe bad, where you have... you don't got to be what a passport brother is, passport bro, where you go out there and you're,
just banging with
yeah, basically. So instead of doing that, you can go to Vegas because guess what? Every form of woman is in Vegas. Every single kind of passport.
You can taste all the countries in one spot.
If you really want to, you can. You don't even have to. You could just visit the Luxor.
Can they sign your passport like in Colombia,
basically
Korea?
Well, it's one of the few places in the world where I've seen people get carded and they give a red passport, a green passport, an orange passport. Like, where the hell are these people from? When I noticed when I went to Vegas, everyone's a foreigner. That's kind of the cool part. It's a cornucopia of everyone. So meeting the locals is nice too because they're very nice people out there compared to the assholes we got up northeast. They are amazing. It's a lot of cowboys, a lot of, things like that, where there's a place called the Silverton, which is off the strip with the big tank and everything else.
The one that we had the buffet?
Yes. And that's the one that we don't bet on horses. We don't condemn betting on horses at all, but that we were killing some time. So we bet on horses. It was me, you, and my buddy Papa Smurf. The three of us were sitting there and we were betting on horses. Do you remember we bet on a horse that was 150 to 1 odds to win?
Didn't collapse?
No. That's the one that won. Remember, you bet $1, Papa Smurf bet $1, and I did. So, because it's a minimum of $2. So we just had a $3 bet, and we kept placing on these dumb horses because we were killing a little time because we were with other company that wanted to gamble. We didn't really want to gamble. We wanted to drink, relax, and
that's when we had the convertible.
Correct. When we had the convertible that sorry, Hertz, about that one, but that got towed back to Hertz. Believe it or
really?
not, oh, it was missing a suspension. That was
What the hell?
yeah.
I mean, we did venture off.
I didn't see anything.
You know what suspension was screwed over with?
What's
Papa Smurf. We went to the Grand Canyon. Remember what was that road that we went on in the desert?
Oh my gosh, right by Little Alien Inn. I remember we went off-roading a little bit in Arizona, which that was one of the most interesting rides I think I've ever been on.
I had to go in the back because it was like boom, boom.
Oh yeah,
boom. There was like no street sign. Was it even a road?
No, there was none. It was definitely off-roading. I have no idea how Papa Smurf knew how to get us there, and he got us back somehow, some way. We've done some miles, off-roading in this car, and it made it. But yeah, that was interesting.
But that was we went to the Grand Canyon as well.
Correct. That with the Skywalk. Was that
Skywalk.
We went with the Skywalk. So the Skywalk is amazing. For people that don't know, Skywalk's like a clear bridge over the Grand Canyon.
Horrifying.
You're literally looking 3 miles. 3 miles down?
That was
No,
a mile down.
It's a mile down. Excuse me. 1 mile down. Yeah, it's definitely worth the money. But if you're afraid of heights, you know what? Then that's the thing. So
I did it. Yeah, remember the guy had his jump.
Yeah,
for a photo.
Yeah. We got a picture of that too.
Yeah.
Somewhere we might be able to splice it in, help you guys out. It's a little visuals.
You and Papa Smurf hanging off the edge.
Yes,
as it was like straight down.
Yes, yeah. See, I was always afraid of heights. Funny enough, where I know we're talking about the Grand Canyon, but it goes back to skydiving. I will explain skydiving. Cured my fear of heights. I had a bad fear of heights. I hated things when I was younger. I have family in Canada that we used to go to Toronto a lot, and the CN Tower's out there. CN Tower's like this
Space
huge,
Needle.
yeah, the Space Needle of Canada, but it's huge. And every time there I would shit my pants. It would be so scary, and even that elevator, the clear elevator that shoots you up there, and I mean, as a kid, I'd be shaking. I hated it, but they wanted to go almost every single year so I'm like, I knew I had a bad fear of heights, and I knew I had to get rid of this fear of heights. So how I did it? Skydiving in Vegas, funny enough.
And I cured it.
It did, because here's what happened. So
I have a complete opposite story that I'm going to tag real quick. But
you go for it. No, tag yours.
I'm going to see how it cured you. I'm going to tell you how it ruined me.
That's fair enough. Okay, we'll take it that way. So how it cured me, because like I said, I'm afraid of heights, and there was a friend, Papa Smurf, who wanted to come along. I was supposed to go skydiving with 4 other people. Everyone else bailed on me at the last second. Papa Smurf said, "You know what, Chris? I'm going in." They had one rule, because you're a tandem with somebody else, so you're with another person, that you have to be under 210 pounds and paid a fee. Big deal. They have a camcorder, so they got everything else. They film the whole thing, but I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I didn't know what I signed up for. I'm like, I'm going to do it because maybe this will cure me. When I'm out that plane, there's only so much you can do and so far you can go. I'm like, this is maybe finally figuring out that I won't fall out of the CN Tower is going to cure me of my fear of heights, basically. So good story on this one. I go in there. It's in Vegas. That's it. They take you out there to this little bullshit airport. Who knows where I was, right? Let's call it by Area 52, even somewhere like that. They put you in this building. They weigh you. Like I said, it's very important that you're underweight, everything else. So, okay.
And you passed.
Oh, yeah.
Fat boy.
I'm like 213 right now. That's it.
Oh,
213. I said it. Now. Back then I was like probably 205. I've been in almost the same height since I was in high school. So plus or minus 10 pounds. Height, weight, same thing. So regardless. First thing they make you do is weigh you. Second thing, they make you watch this video. Now, the common person would pay attention to videos, right?
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention. Why? The video had Chevy Chase, the guy from Vegas Vacation, the comedian, everything else. And he's explaining, oh, you're about to go skydiving, and ha, ha, ha. It's a laugh track. So think of like the 90s sitcoms with the laugh track. For every sentence he said, the laugh track came on. So you're going to be, it's going to be scary, ha, ha, ha. And so I'm not paying attention. Nothing to this, whatever. Just screw it. It's a little video to kill time, basically. Then, guy introduces himself, and he's like, we're going to be the first ones jumping out of this plane. I'm like, the first one's jumping out? Can I be last? I'd
rather be the first one.
Yeah, well, Papa Smurf was like, I'll take the first one. Good man. That man has tried doing very good things in life for me. I definitely appreciate him. But guess what? They're like, no, we're first. So me, with the fear of heights, it's I'm white as a ghost. there's a video of it, and the guy's asking me, "Are you having fun?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am having so much.
I'm having a
fun."
blast.
Exactly. I'm scared to death. Now he's like, "Remember, in the video you watch, you have to put your hands like this and like that." I'm like, "The video that I watch? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, you remember the safety video? That's very important that you have to pay attention
that fucking video.
Oh my gosh. And the whole time I'm thinking, I'm going to die here. I didn't listen to any of the shit. I thought it was just like, I thought it was a laughing gag, that it was just everything's comedic. I didn't realize there's a safety video of, you hold your hands in an X and then you put them out there so you're flying down. All news to me. Best part was it's a non-pressurized cabin. So it's a little, whatever, Cessna bullshit thing that you go into, and they open the door. So the man fear of heights is looking down at the ground. Like his shoe is basically out the plane, where I'm like, that's it. You know what? And I was scared beyond belief. And they got me good. This guy got me the best, where he's like, "Oh, put your feet out." So, I'm waving outside the plane. He's like, "On 3 we go. 1, 2, 3. Nothing happens. Next thing you know, whoo.
Your heart's like racing out of your chest.
Oh, yeah. I think he knew. Where he tossed me. But like, if you see the video, I am holding on for dear life, like,
Is there
to my
footage of
chest.
that?
What? Yeah,
Is there footage?
Footage, video. I actually have a video, so I'll share the video. There's pictures. It was cool. Now looking back on it, it was the best thing I've ever done. Yeah. Because guess what? When I was so scared shitless, I'm like, well, I'm fucking gone. It's like they flew this plane like shit too. I forgot to make that. So they're going up and down. And I remember making the joke, because I have a joke for everything. My joke was, well, at least I'm the asshole with the parachute, because this thing's going down by itself. Like literally, he was flying like just on purpose, I think. So I was ready almost, to just get it over with. But when the chute got pulled and I'm holding the handles and I'm guiding, I'm like, this is the coolest feeling. I'm like, I'm free. Basically, why am I afraid of heights when this is actually cool? It's beautiful. It's out there in the mountains, everything else. So peaceful, whatever. It's a minute. I mean, it's the longest minute of your life, where every time stops. Yeah. Oh.
See, I had the complete opposite effect, right? So I went to Army Airborne.
Okay.
And it was a month-long school.
Yep.
And they teach you how to jump out of airplanes. Yeah. So the whole week I'm really trying to grasp this. This is scaring the shit out of me. We're doing all these different things. It's like, oh, this is fun. It's like an amusement park ride.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the day that I put that chute on and walked in the back of C-130, I'm like, fuck, I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything. For 3 weeks, I don't remember anything I just did.
Yep.
So I'm standing, I'm looking in the window, and we're doing our checks, and the jump master comes by, and they check us, and we're standing like this. It's static line. So as soon as you jump out, it releases. Man, I was sweating. I got like a fever. I thought I was going to die. I was hoping they're going to cancel that day. No. So I remember just walking and then walking into the light. I'm like, I'm dead.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I come to, and they teach you, like, you're supposed to count to 6 and look up.
Yep.
I never counted. Oh, I never looked. All of a sudden, I felt like the parachute, and it yanked me. Oh. And I go, I guess it worked. Nice. Holy shit. So after like the adrenaline rush and like it levels out, you're saying it's free.
Yeah.
I got my hands in the thing. I'm like, it's like that. It's dead quiet. You don't hear nothing.
Yep.
You see everyone. You see people around you. I saw a couple of guys struggling there, spinning their parachutes around. But it was like I said, it was a minute. You're just floating there.
Yep.
It's the coolest feeling ever. It's terrifying. I had to do it 4 more times, equally as terrifying. Anyway, enough of that. My parachute. So
I'm proud of you on that.
But I was never afraid of heights. Before that.
Really? Wow.
Until afterwards. So every time I flew, it got progressively worse.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I flew a couple times to Disney after, and then I was like, I don't like. I was sitting in a chair. I won't get up for the entire flight.
Yep.
If somebody moves, I'm like, the plane's gonna fall out of the sky. It was so bad, and my sister got me to go with her to Europe.
Okay.
I was like, shit, that's like an 8-hour flight. I said, I got to figure out how to get over this. So I went and got ART, it's accelerated rehabilitation therapy. Super weird.
Interesting.
With diodes in your head and shit.
Wow.
But I tell you what.
It worked?
8 hours, I was not. Like, I was uneasy a little bit.
Yep.
But I was able to walk around, go to the bathroom. I took a shit on the plane. I felt bad for me, but yeah. So enough about that. But that was cool how it was like, you carried you.
Yeah.
It fucked me up. So.
2 different stories. And you know what? Maybe because it was, I don't know, maybe it was the location too. If I did this back home in Connecticut, where I'm from, I don't think I would have had the same experience. I think the most soothing thing was just seeing the skyline of Arizona, the Grand Canyon. You can see the Grand Canyon out there. I mean, it puts you in a different state of mind. It puts you into a world where you think everything's fake. Because Vegas is kind of fake. Well, guess what? You fly into Vegas, you see rocks and desert, nothing. There is nothing, and then magically there's a city like New York City out of the blue.
It's wild.
It's wild. It's definitely a place where, you can have a little fun, you can have a lot of fun, you can be careful, you can not be careful, but, it's a place for everything and everyone. I brought my own parents there, which is weird thinking that, like, an elderly couple would have fun out there, but they want to see shows. They want to see what the West Coast is about. They were there for 3 days. I was out there for a week. I showed them everything. They're like, this is amazing. I never knew something can be in one little area, because the Strip is 6 miles, 7 miles, something like that.
And it keeps going south, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Papa Smurf had the timeshare south.
Yes, that's South Point. South Point. Yep.
South Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yeah.
Past the sign, way
Correct.
down.
Yep.
But the actual Strip itself is probably probably 6-7 miles, which is not big.
Yeah, it's not, but it's a mirage. Everything looks like it's you could walk to it. The problem is, it looks like the stratosphere is the top north of what they call the Las Vegas Strip. The bottom would be Mandalay Bay. To walk from there,
the Mandalay Bay,
it looks like you could walk there. They got good shots, dollar shots, by the way. So I would
Mandalay
recommend.
Bay has great shots.
Oh, jeez.
Especially if you're at a concert.
Terrible, my friend, but no, they got a speakeasy there too, which is kind of cool. The first time I've ever seen a speakeasy.
Was it a CIA speakeasy?
Kind of like that, yeah. That's you know what? All those properties are fun. Like the south end of Vegas gets a bad rap. People give it that it's old, it's decrepit.
Well, like MGM,
like Luxor, Excalibur, even New York. Those are so much fun and so cheap usually. Where people want to go to the Aria, to the Bellagio, to Caesar's Palace, Badara's.
Remember that?
I'll bring that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So my Vegas at the time, when being cheap, this and that, we actually got comped rooms at Aria and Vidara. That was so amazing. That room was $450 a night at the time. It was the weekend.
Right. This was an apartment we got for free.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was everything and anything in there. So
yeah, it had a kitchen, it had everything in it.
Yeah.
Oh God, that fucking room was awesome.
Yeah.
The Aria room was pretty badass.
It is. But see, for me, when I go out there, I like even the cheap rooms, like a Luxor, where you can have just a bed, a fridge. I got a good fridge story for you.
Why do we get free fridges every time we go out?
Oh my gosh. So they're very cheap about fridges when you go out to Vegas. So you have to kind of work the system, as I call it. You have to ask very persuasively to get this fridge, because now they want to charge $30 a night for the fridge, on top of the stupid resort fee where that didn't exist. Now these idiots want $50 extra a night.
$50 now?
$50
and
most
what
places.
What is included?
Oh my gosh.
Rub and tug?
Yeah, you get one water for your whole trip, like water, like a bottled water,
it
like
water
smaller,
or Kirkland.
Yeah, tap water.
Is it Colorado River?
Colorado River water, and a newspaper. They don't even give you the newspaper anymore, so they give you free local calls. That's what they say, and access to the gym. You want the gym in Vegas? Walk from one side to the other. Go walk and tell me how much weight you're going to lose.
100-degree heat.
Yeah. So I got a good story for you about running and saving money, everything else. One time I was we were staying at the Tropicana before. Oh, I love that place. R.I.P. They're building a baseball stadium on it, but it was one of the best casinos. That's it. Yeah, they broke ground on it actually. Nice. So yeah, there's like a camera, and they're working on it. It's going to take them a year, but the best hotel ever, because it was the only one you could get out of your room, take 3 steps, go in an elevator. The elevator had you right at the craps blackjack tables, and you're walking out the casino. Yeah, you could walk in and out of that casino in less than 2 minutes.
That was the most easy access hotel on the Strip.
It was so great, and prices were fair. It's a Hilton property at the time too, so yeah, I love Paris Hilton.
Did we get a fridge in that one too?
That one gave us a fridge and everything else, luckily. But that was the time that I remember we were staying at the Tropicana, and we were going to the roller coaster at New York. Now, do you remember this story? It's about to close. It's very close to closing time, and we had a buy one, get one free coupon that I was very proud to use. Printed buy one, get one free. I have no shame. I have no shame using coupons. I have no shame saving $1. Look, the money's green no matter which way it comes from, whether it's my pocket, my cash, my card, or a coupon. It's all the same, right? Money's money, basically. So I wanted to use this coupon. Now, dummy me, we walked all the way over a people mover, people bridge one way, another way to go into New York, New York. When I walked into New York, New York, I realized that I forgot the coupon.
No, that's when you were in line, you realized.
Yeah, even worse.
Because I didn't want to go on that ride at all. I was
and you were like, whatever. You're like, oh, it's, you know what? Well, Chris ain't going to pay full price.
I was betting against you that you were going to make it.
So I said, I put on my running shoes. I ran like lightning over to the Tropicana, got that coupon, which we had a third roommate at the time. His name is Stan. So Stan, I think I brought guard. He's our guard dog. Now, guard dog was having a very bad day, and he didn't want to be there in Vegas, which... First mistake, bring fun people out there. You want to go to Vegas, have a fun time, bring me. Bring David, bring anybody who's been there and you know is going to have a good time. Well, Stan saw me go into the room because I just ran as quick as I can. I had to open the door.
What time was it?
Yeah, this must have been 7:30. Yeah.
No, wait, was it later? No, what time they closed?
Like 8:30, something like that. I think it was like 8:30. No, we're not like 2 a.m. over here, but I mean, they were closing for when you could use this coupon. And I remember he opens the door. Oh, you're making too much noise. I remember, you fucker, we're in Vegas, as I slam the door, and then I do the 100-yard dash back. Guess what? I made it with 1 minute left. Now, you were betting against me that I would never make it. And everyone made fun of me that, you cheapo, why don't you just spend the extra $10? But guess what? I saved the $10 and I'm very proud of it.
It was great. That was a great ride.
It was. It's a little your molars might fall out of your teeth.
If you have fillings, they're going to fall out.
Yeah, exactly. But
a little rough. Yeah, I think I craned my neck pretty good on one of the turns.
But what's cool about it is it goes out on the strip. So when you're doing the loop, everything else, you're literally almost on the street of Las Vegas Boulevard. The view's worth it alone. Yeah, and the experience. Then you could tell somebody, hey, I was out on a roller coaster that pretty much goes out on the street. Where
you did that a couple times, right? Every year we go down there, hit that up.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. New York, you know, not a sponsor, but it should be one day. So
what's your deal with the refrigerators? How do you get that?
Oh, we're going back to the refrigerators. Yeah. So I ask very nicely and persuasively. And
yeah, how's that?
So, okay. Now, don't hate me on this, America, but I found out a little secret that if you tell them that you need a refrigerator for your medication, they cannot charge you for that refrigerator no matter what. So whether it's a $50 fee, if you tell them my medicine needs to be refrigerated, they have to give you a full refrigerator. Now, what I would do is just fill it up with beer, with Coca-Cola, energy drinks, Monsters, the whole 9 yards.
We would go to... What the hell did we go and get Monsters from? They weren't CVS. It was some like God, I can't remember the name of it, like an Expect or something.
Yeah.
We went and got Monsters.
2 for a 2 for 3 or 2 for 2. That's the way to do it and fill it up. Absolutely. Look, the system tries to game you. You have to game the system sometimes. That's a win for the good guys because you're not hurting anybody. You're, screw MGM. That's it. Like,
yeah. My discount.
They got me good. They got me good last year. I don't know if you know this story. So the refrigerator, they have to give it to you, everything else. They usually wheel out the big mini fridge. So they wheel out the mini fridge. You tip the guy, always tip the guys, always be good to people who hook you up in Vegas. They're doing their job, always tip fairly. People rely on it. But they brought me a refrigerator this time around. One problem. They brought me one of the mini fridges that you could hold a Coca-Cola can on it. And it was where I opened the door, my mouth was on the ground. Usually I'm quick with something. I have something. I had no comments. When I picked up my refrigerator, I started laughing. I'm like, they got me finally. So here's what I did. Me and Jim, we were sharing a room at the time. So me and Jim are like, how are we going to get a fridge since we don't have a fridge? Got a genius idea. Took a garbage bag. Went to the ice machine. So I filled it up. We're talking like this much ice, both of us, two bags each, and put it in. We had a bathtub and a shower. So we filled half the bathtub up with ice and put all our drinks and everything else in.
You showered for that entire time?
I showered, but you didn't take a bath. Don't take a bath in Vegas. That thing is gnarly. Things happen in those bathtubs that I would just just take a shower and
Like somebody
keep on your
jerking
day.
off in it?
Probably that too. That's it.
You drink Vegas water?
Oh, never in a million years. But I will drink cranberry juice and milk, I guess. So,
Oh, at the buffet? Yeah.
So the buffets buffets are going out of style. Funny enough, I don't know if you noticed that most buffets are gone. There's like 4 or 5 buffets left in Vegas.
What was the last one that was there? Because we went to the one.
Aria was that one was amazing too. The Excalibur one was the one where this story goes. Yeah, the Excalibur, because it was a freebie. It was on My Vegas. I think we thank you, My Vegas, by the way. You guys are awesome still to this day. You guys still exist, so I love you guys. But My Vegas hooked us up with the buffet, and what happened was, we ate like kings. That's it. We're not overeating. We're just having a good time and everything else, trying different foods because there was so much, plenty of things to try. And I remember they had a vending machine that had juices and milk. You told me it's a great idea. Why don't you drink, milk? And then, try the raspberry juice and try the orange juice and everything else.
I don't know why.
The weather was 110 degrees outside at the time. This was the middle of the summer where, you couldn't get any hotter even if you wanted to. And I remember having the worst bubble guts of my life, walking down the strip and just no matter.
Stupid idiot. Why you listen to me?
But I should know better because remember I don't know if that was that year or if this was a different year that also we went to, you could really exploit the system back in the day in Vegas where free food. If you signed up for a player's card, they would give you a free meal. It used to be a steak dinner. It used to be, lobster tail, whatever. There was a place called Silver Sevens, I believe, something like that.
Strip, right?
Off the strip, a little bit off the strip. But if you signed up with an out-of-state ID, they were given a free buffet. And I remember the food was all questionable. It was undercooked, this and that. And I remember I was sick to my stomach that day, but you were fine. You have an iron tank stomach.
I even drank the water out of the sink.
You're a nasty man for that. I don't know how.
You're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm drinking water. Like, you can't drink the water out of the sink. I'm like, why?
Yeah. Look,
never bothered me.
There's been so many times I don't drink, but when I do, bad things happen because I have no tolerance. So the problem is I can't casually have a drink. I need to gorge myself where it's beyond the point of no return.
Yeah.
And when I get to that point, funny things happen. I'm not, an angry drunk. I'm very funny, I guess, crazy drunk at that point. But we were, where was I going?
Yeah, let's talk about you being crazy drunk. And let's talk about the Luxor, the LAX. Let's go night 1 and night 2. We got free tickets by the promoter outside.
I loved LAX. So shout out to LAX. I love you guys. You guys were amazing. The club closed. Now it's, there's like a restaurant there. But that was the best club in Vegas. That was
awesome.
There's good times or bad times. I'll bring up these good times. The first one. So another thing in life, you should be friendly with people. You should be nice to people because people will be nice to you. I've always been, that's a rule of thumb I've always had, be nice to people. It can't hurt to be nice, right? It's being nice to people got me out of, into suites in Vegas and MGM suites, everything else, just being nice to them. So back to the story, we're going to the LAX. And there's always a club promoter the night before. He's trying to, round up people, get hot chicks in the door, everything else. But if you're nice to them, they can get you in for free. So I knew this. And I remember chatting up with the guy, everything else. I introduced him. Hey, I'm Chrispy. I'm from Connecticut. I'm here with a couple of friends. I'd like to have a good time where I'm bringing X amount of people. What can you do for me? He's like, you know what? I'm going to put you on my VIP list so you can get in for free.
I know what that meant.
Yeah. You were there. You were there for the conversation. So you saw, and all it took being nice, I didn't bribe the guy. I didn't have to do anything. Just being, nice to him, basically, I guess, yeah. And so what he did was put us on the VIP list. And I remember this was the first night. We had Papa Smurf come in with us with a lady friend of his, and it was me and you that were getting into the club. And we're, there was maybe, 6 people in front of us. We had a line to the left. Everyone's like, there's the whole...
Through the casino.
Yeah, through the casino line, but there's maybe 6 people. So a little bit VIP, but not really. I remember Papa Smurf... comes in there. Poor Papa Smurf. I love that guy. But, myself, I might dress a little crazy, but if I'm dressed up classy. Yeah. I got my gaiters on. We're rocking and rolling, basically. You got to dress to impress out there. He wore these shoes that I swear he must have came off the Mayflower with. They were pilgrim shoes. They're awful. I don't know where he found them. I hope he destroyed them.
With them.
I don't know if he found them at the Grand Canyon or somewhere.
I look down and I go, oh my God,
man.
dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. Decent top, the khakis, I think, but like the shoes.
And we tried to get them in.
And we tried everything we could. Even myself, a guy like me, dressed like I am today, had to persuade a bouncer to let him in, and they wouldn't let him in. Nope. So we came in there, we had a good time, this and that. And Dave learned that I like to drink mystery drinks at
that was night number 2.
That was night 2 for
number 2, because I'll go into that. So night 2 was we did the same thing. We met the promoter.
Correct, same promoter.
He remembered us, and he goes,
"Oh, something with the shoes. You had Gucci shoes or Coach shoes." And I'm like, you know what? They made a comment about your shoes too, but they let you in. I remember, and you're like, "Hey, look, I wore these shoes," and he's like, "Oh, those are all amazing shoes. I don't understand." And okay, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
So I remember we got in the list, but you had to be there at a certain time.
Correct.
And you and I, within the group, we were late.
Yes.
So I was texting him, we're late.
Yeah.
He's like, no problem. We get to the casino in line, and the line is through
the whole casino, all the gambling, there's everything, because it's the casino. You got, tables, everything else. Yeah.
So the dude's sitting out there, and I was like, hey, he's like, oh, hey, guys.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, come on, come in. He cut the line.
Yep.
It was $30 a person.
Yep.
We skipped right through. People were paying. They're like, wait, how are they getting in? I'm like, no, just went in.
Yep.
And that's when he had the Star Wars characters out there.
Yes.
The Star Wars dancing, and that's when you decided that you're gonna have drinks from other people in the club.
Oh,
because that night went like super south real quick.
You know what? That was one of the funnest nights ever.
It was a fun night.
That was amazing. They parted the Red Sea of people. He made them part. Security made them part. Think of like just crowds of people. Move to the right, move to the left. We're going straight down. They're giving us the ugliest looks. Like, who are these people to get in there? But
like celebrities.
Again, but yeah, basically we were celebrities. We went down that red carpet, and it's just being nice to people. That's all it takes. Remember, be nice to people no matter what.
That's when we ran to the bridal party.
Yes. So one story before the bridal party, if I can, about the key cards. I'll bring up what happened.
Okay,
yeah. There's an important part to the story.
With the guard dog, too.
Yes. So guard dog is with us. Stan is in the room with us. Don't ask, but Stan is in there. Now, Stan doesn't want to go to the club the second night. He's like, I don't feel good. I'm going to stay in. It's like 10 o'clock at night. And we had a problem that both our key cards got deactivated. Yeah. Me and you had a key card to the room. He did not. And we warned them, we do not have key cards. We cannot get into this room. We have to go to the front desk. They're going to issue us new key cards. That's how it works. You go to the concierge, and they give you new key cards. So I remember he's like, I'm not going anywhere, this and that. I don't feel good. Okay, whatever. You do you. We're going to do us, So me and you go, and 2 seconds, we're sorry that they must have demagnetized from the phone or something else. And here you go, 2 new key cards. So me and him have the key cards. Now we are into the club, parting the Red Sea, the whole 9 yards. So we're troopers. We're having an amazing time. I am there, and random. So when you go to the clubs, compared to out here on the East Coast, everyone wants to fight. Everyone's like very, protective of their women, this and that. It's a miserable time in the club scene out here compared to out there. Out there, people just want to have fun.
Friendly.
They want to super friendly. They want to dance. They want to, drink and just have a good time, because that's where you're out there to Vegas. It's not people from down the street. It's people from, Zimbabwe and Sweden and all over. Yeah, it doesn't matter where they're from. It's they all want to have a good time and come there. But with me and the drinks that year, that was the
bridal party we met.
But before that, the drinks, like, they were coming. Girls were coming,
giving you drinks. So somebody else.
That was beforehand. That the girls, we're getting night 1 and night 2 mixed up. I remember random girls were like dancing with me and grinding up against me, and hey, have a sip of this. And I'm like, yeah, this is a good idea. You're like, no, you're yelling at me like, Chris, do not drink that. And I'm like,
I don't know who the hell would roofie you. Yeah, somebody
tried roofing me. It didn't work many times. I mean, how many drinks? I must have drank like 6 different drinks. And the great part about Vegas, you know what? I give you a lot of props. I got to give you a lot of props on the show too, where you know what? You're a faithful guy. And that means a lot. It might not mean a lot to a lot of people. You were a faithful man. You were with a lady friend at the time. No names need to be mentioned, but you know what? Girls were wanting to dance with you. They were wanting to get with you. And you were like, hey, you know what? I'm here to have fun. We could dance. We could dance from a distance, because they like to grind up against you. They'll put their hands down your pants. Girls were playing with my meat and potatoes all night long. That was a great time. I love that place. You know, that's another reason why you should go to Vegas. People play with your meat and potatoes all day. So
when we went back to their room at
how it worked out with these. So one of these girls I was talking to was in a group of like 4 other girls, you know, dancing away, grinding away. And I remember some of these girls were putting their hands down my pants, and you're like, you know what, Chris? I'm living through you right now. So I give you a lot of props. He didn't partake in any of the craziness. He let me partake in the craziness.
That went down.
Maybe not that. Maybe no freak offs, but it was pretty hot and wild over there. Well, it's a great time, everything else. So group of 4 girls, and I remember one of them just so happened, I was talking to the single one, and the other of them were either married, boyfriends or something, where they were just there to have fun, this and that. We decided it's a good idea to leave the club and go back to their place. Now, they had a signature suite at MGM Signatures, which is a little distance, so we're going to say half a mile away, which is in Vegas it's not
far.
Yeah.
It's far.
Basically. So we're drunk, this and that, and I've been drinking, I think Dave's been drinking, these girls have been drinking, and they had 2 other friends that, like 2 random guys, like from Canada or something they met that came along. So it's the 4 of us dudes, 4 of those chicks, and we're all going over to the MGM Signature Suites. Now, somebody somewhere had a bottle of Fireball, one of the big handles of Fireball. Was it a handle or was a 725? Yeah, I think the 750. Excuse me. So it's the 750, and I remember glass bottle, me just chugging this thing through the Luxor, walking on the south. You're like, how much can you drink, really? Like I was. So we're going in, and we decided we're going over there. Now, mind you, we have Guard Dog. Back to Guard Dog, who's Stan in our room. Now, Guard Dog locked himself. Yeah, Guard Dog texts you because he locked himself out the room.
Dummy.
So, what a big dummy. He locked himself out where he doesn't have a key card. And he's like, are you guys coming back yet? It's like 1 o'clock at this point. We're like, dude, we're having fun. We're out. It's Vegas. Do something, you know, this and that. So later on in the night, the funny story goes where Guard Dog at like 3 a.m. said, security is kicking me out by the room, and he shows you a picture of him sitting down with his shoes. Yeah, a picture of his shoes, which, too bad. You should have came out and had fun with us. So I'm drinking the Fireball. We're walking over here. They had a balcony. These girls had a bridal shower party where it was like 2 big ass apartments connected together. They had the whole floor, almost half the floor.
36 floors.
36 floor or something like that, with an open balcony in Vegas, which is very rare to see. There's pictures of me on the balcony, everything else, and you were scared shitless on that balcony.
I was fucking terrified. I was not going to the edge. I ate their Cheerios or whatever.
So Dave thought it was a good idea. He stole the Cheerios.
I was drunk as eating cereal until 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, what a good time.
Because remember at 5 o'clock, he's like, where are you guys? I was like, yeah, we're walking back.
Yeah, we're finally back. Exactly. I start sobering up and everything else. You know, that's the hard walk of the hard walk of Vegas shame, where you're, you know, because only you don't walk that late and you don't walk early in the morning. They have a saying in Vegas, only gringos and donkeys walk the midday sun. So when it's 106 degrees out, stay your ass inside, stay hydrated, you know, because unlike here where it's humid, over there, you don't notice you're overheating. You don't, you know, you're not sweating, everything else. So you have no business out there 9, 10 in the morning. You know, it's the hookers getting back to the rooms and everything else. So.
Cashing out and going home.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a wild scene in and of itself. Do not go to the strip clubs in Las Vegas. Those Las Vegas strip clubs are the biggest scam there is. They really are.
How's that?
Oh, I could tell you a story. So me and Jim go to the strip club where we decided it's a good idea to go because, you know, strip clubs are fun. Here's my idea of a strip club, America, just so you know. You go there with $30 in singles. You go on there's a stage.
Come back with 10.
You ask for 5 extra. No.
You need change for that?
Yeah, you got change for this dollar right here. No, so you go in there with $30 and you're supposed to have fun. Like you put down $1, a girl does a dance, you put down $2, you know, a dance, and you keep it moving. I'm not buying no lap dances, nothing. Look, I'm a young guy, I'm a good-looking guy. I don't need to pay for it. If you're paying, you know, at those kind of shady establishments, you got problems, son. That's all I got to say. Regardless, that's what the East Coast lifestyle is. That's what the New York strip club scene is about. You know, there's stages, there's girls dancing, you're having a fun time, you're drinking with your boys. It's supposed to be a hangout. Vegas, it's a totally different story. Now, mind you, this is a comp thing. The cover charge would have been $100 US. US, not Canadian. $100
Is that on the
US.
strip or is it off?
It's they're all off the strip. So this was because we almost went to a place that we were worried we were going to get stabbed. Let's just say it that way. When we walked out the parking lot, we were like, all right, somebody's going to lose a kidney. Let's not walk in this establishment. We don't belong here. You know,
is that the limos that bring you there?
Some of them. So here's the gimmick with the limos. They'll take you there. Good luck on the way back.
They charge your arm related
company? Yeah. Yep. And they're charging you, they'll tell the cover guy that, hey, they're paying full charge, so $100. So you're not getting in there for free a comp. You're going to charge you $100. All the rates are going to change. So the bottle service that should have been $150 is going to be $250 for you because you're a sucker. If you take that, you a sucker. You're supposed to take your boy. You know, I'll show you the ropes and everything else. Regardless, go into this establishment, which I don't even want to tell you where it is. Let's just say somewhere off the strip. I'm the only sober one at this place. So me and Jim are over there, this and that.
So Jim's not sober?
Jim is destroyed. Okay. Jim is destroyed. He's having a fun time. He's having a fun time of his life because he knows his boy's going to take care of him. It was, I think it was his birthday actually, or something like that. So yeah, happy birthday, Jim. You know, that's it. To many more, and yeah. No, he was having a time of his life in there. So it's weird because you walk into these strip clubs and all it is women galore. I mean, there's
I hope it's not dudes.
No.
If it's dudes galore, it'd be a wrong place.
There's a good story that you set up for that one, which we will get into soon enough. That's your teaser, I guess they call it in the business. Yeah, that's your teaser right there. So we're going inside there. There's at least 100 women in this establishment. It's a warehouse where you see women galore. You want a redhead with orange hair. She's there.
Are they in shipping containers?
Probably.
And you open up the one from the country that you want?
But here's the weird part. You don't go in there and they bring you to the stage or, you know, near a stage or like a little booth or something. They make you go to the bar. And when you go to the bar, you have girls like grabbing your shoulders. Hey, big boy, you know, how you doing? I miss you. You know, thank you for coming to see me. They're trying to be, it's like a social club where they're trying to be very friendly with you and touchy-feely. Like, I've had at least 50 girls rub my shoulders where I'm like, this is insane. I'm like, you know, I get it why you go to those kind of establishments. You want company, this and that, but give me some room. Let me get a little custom. You know, if you want, I want a lap dance, I'm going to pay you and we'll go in the back. Or if you're going to dance on the stage, I'm going to pay you for your services. But, you know, this is more of a, I want to talk to you and know your feelings, this and that. So after they make you buy this one drink, well, they comped their drink too. So, because, well, no, I ain't buying no $30 shot. You know, I ain't no dummy. Regardless, they make you sit down. So we're sitting down in these chairs and they're like big fluffy chairs, kind of like this, but like velvet. Think of like dark lighting. Yep. And girls are just jumping in your lap like, hi, I'm Cindy, this and that, shaking their tits at you, the whole 9 yards. It's a different scenario where they're trying to get you into the back room. There is no stage. That's the key word. There's no stage. There's no stage where I'm like, this is a ripoff. Where cheapo me's like, I'm not spending this kind of money because I'll get to that in a second, how much this costs. Now, you might think, oh, you dumbass, get out there because, you know, that's the way it is. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. When in Vegas, do as the Vegas people do, I guess. Yeah. So, you know, what you do at home is not what you do over here. I understand that, but there's no stage, nothing else. So these women are there to entertain you. And they want you to go back and they'll sit in your lap and you're supposed to pay them and tip them and be your friend. I don't need friends. I get friends for free. I have too many friends if that's one thing. So it's like, you know, here's where it gets interesting. The price for 3 songs. Mind you, the music, when you're sober, you pay attention a little too much. All the songs are sped up. So they're 1.5 times speed. So it's not even going at one time. You're getting ripped off right there. So when you're drunk, it's yeah. You don't even notice this and that. But 3 songs, $500 US. I'll say that again, $500 US. Yeah. And that is not a mistake. That's not 50. That's a 500. I'm like, what am I doing here? I'm like, this is not a place for me. I'm like, I'm not going to spend this kind. I don't care. There's not a lap dance any of these girls can do that I will justify for $500. $500.
They finish you off?
Probably. I don't know what goes on back there. That part I've never gone to because you asked the wrong person. I'm too cheap for something like that. Yeah. But regardless, so I'm gone. Jim goes away. I don't know where Jim is. There might be somebody else, there might not. I don't know. Everyone's gone. Somehow I'm in the chair by myself, and I'm drinking water at this point because I'm a cheap ass. Like I said, I'm not buying your $30 drinks. We're going
$10 water.
Oh, it was free. It was tap water, probably. It was puddle water at that point.
I gave you diarrhea.
Yeah. Oh, it was fine for the price. It was absolutely fine. But I remember I had this Asian chick with red hair, beautiful chick. I mean, she jumped in my lap, and I'm like, look, I don't want to waste your time. I know you're here to make money. Do your thing. You know, it's like, I'm here, I'm with company, I'm just going to have some fun, and I'm going to be out of here soon enough. Well, it turns out she was telling me about her math degree. She's like, oh, what do you do? Because I'm construction Chrispy. I was a concrete Chrispy, excuse me, because there was a concrete convention that I magically went to and got into for free. But regardless, that's a story in and of itself. So I'm concrete Chris, and I was
like that.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
I
right?
think you should, like fucking patent.
I know. I maybe put it on my chest or something.
Little bulldozer on there, concrete Chris.
So you know.
It's all good.
Oh, okay. No, that got a little scared. So concrete Chris goes inside there, and I'm talking to this girl, and she's telling me, oh, you know, I'm a math major, and she's telling me about how she used to teach this and that. I'm like, what the hell are you doing here then? And apparently the money is that good. She's like, I'm making bank. She's like, I got a Bentley outside, the whole 9 yards. I'm like, holy cow. And I'm telling her, well, you know, I'm a business major, this and that, and what I'm doing for work. And it's like interesting how two places, you know, you come into the two places with the same person. So, but yeah. And I tipped her. I was very nice. You know, I'm like, hey, you know, go make your money. You know, I'm not the sucker who's going to be paying you, but it's an interesting time.
Let's take a 5 real quick.
Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break because we have a little technical.
Battery died. Yeah. All right, welcome back. I had to go drain the lizard. I'm sure you did too. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it's good. You know, I'm going to talk about one of our very first sponsor. You know, it's Brian and I have been working on this for probably about 6 months now, doing videos, and we finally got a sponsor, and it's by Dubby, and that's the pink stuff we've been drinking.
Dubby. Cheers, na zdrowie.
And it's gamer fuel. It's got a little caffeine in it. It tastes really good.
Yes, it does.
You know, actually, it feels really cool to be like a sponsorship. You know, you get the discount code if you use EWF if you want to, you know, purchase something.
That's EWF.
It's pretty cool. I mean, you know what? I love it. I love to drink it. I drink it on the show. Drink it once in a while, especially if I'm playing late. I'll do it.
Tastes great.
Yeah. And we want to talk about a future of us. Hey, you guys, snackers, we got these shirts coming up here. This will be in our store very soon. You know, Brian put some serious work into these shirts, and we have a whole line coming up down the road.
Yep.
You got yours, so you have yours for whenever you want to wear it.
Oh, I'll definitely rock it everywhere. But, it looks amazing, by the way, Brian. Good job on that one.
I mean,
good job.
We have all these little one-liners that we get when we're playing, and you know, they'll slowly come out like where they're actually from.
Yeah, the genesis of where these are coming from, but this has been an ongoing thing, which amazing. I love it. So
yeah, this
highly
is the
recommend
first of many of like gag shirts, you know, funny shirts, you know, but yeah, let's go back into we were finished up talking about the rich strippers that you're talking to, the Maseratis,
geez.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't take a sip.
Take
right,
a
Brian?
sip for that one. Holy cow! No, she living good. So no, the woman nicely was keeping me company, everything else, you know, and I handsomely tipped her. I think I tipped her like $20 even. So she spent like 15 minutes with me just talking. We were just shooting the shit and just.
I think you owed her more than that.
Yeah, we were edging with friends technically. Hey, there we go, good times. And I mean, if somebody's sitting in your lap with no clothes on, you know, the least you could do is give them a 20, I guess. Yeah. So, but no, nice place, just not for me. That kind of lifestyle, it's very cool to go into like strip clubs as dudes go in there, you know, you're having fun and you see some tits. I mean, it's simple as that, right? You're going in there, but paying that kind of money is outrageous. So what happened? This is how the story continues. I left. I remember I had my own rental car. I dropped everyone off, made sure everyone's safe, and then I went back because I was staying at a different hotel. I was staying at the Luxor. I remember I went to the Luxor, and I go to the valet guy because the valet guys know everything about Vegas. If you need to know something, be nice to the valet guys. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Just like the movies say, they know everyone, they see everyone, they are a part of everything. So I remember telling one of the guys, I'm like, hey, I had a really okay time, but why is it so expensive? What am I missing? How come back home it's a lot different than out here? And he goes, oh, gringo, you went to the wrong place. I go, I went to the wrong place. He's like, Poppy, you got to go up north to the real clubs and everything else. I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm listening. Hey, it's 3:00 in the morning. You could tell me anything at this point. I'm all ears, basically. So how it works out there, he's like, you go to the little Mexican bars out there. There's beautiful girls. There'll be 10 girls over there. Now,
write this down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me take some notes right now, So, yeah, he goes like this. How it works is you go over there, you talk to a lady friend over there, and she's going to grab you by the arm, and she's going to ask you to buy her like a beer. Now, beers are going to be like $4, something like that. There's a code over there. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but I will.
The EWF promo code?
EWF promo code gets you a little bit off. Exactly.
Promo code.
That's a little different promo code out there. So you give them a little Monopoly dollars and, they give you something. No. So if the beers are $4, there's a code that if you get charged $8, they're interested in you. So it's an agreement that the bartender knows, the girl knows that, you can take them up to the room. You can hang out with them, play Uno and checkers or whatever you're going to do in Vegas with somebody, but that's a code. And I remember me being so cheap that I'm like, holy cow, what I would have done if the beer is $4 and they told me it's $8, I'd be like, yo,
I'm fucking pissed.
It's $4. Like I would have lost my mind. Like, what are you doing to me? Like, why are you upcharging me this and that? But that's a secret code that they have places above, so you can play checkers, Uno, go fish, I guess, whatever you like to do. You're fishing. Yeah. You're fishing as can be. So, it's an interesting lifestyle. It's a lifestyle of fun. There's not a lot of it's not like out here on the East Coast. On the East Coast, it's kind of, you're reserved. You're kind of keep to yourself. Over there, it's a little happy-go-lucky because it's a fake land. It's kind of like Disneyland for adults where you don't see, what you see is not everything what you get, I guess. So, yeah.
Interesting point.
Yep. So the club scene is amazing.
I have points I was pondering right now, like what direction I want to go.
Yeah, which direction you want to go?
Let's go back to the club. Let's go over club experience. Let's go over the best club experience.
Oh,
you've been to more than I've been to a few, but you have a couple interesting stories or clubs. So let's briefly go talk about some of the people that you met there.
Oh,
inside.
Yeah. So I'm an older guy myself, meaning I'm not old, but I'm not young. So I kind of seen it all, done it all. When it comes to the club scene in Vegas, I've been to some of the cool ones. Like I said, LAX is the best. If that place was around, I would still go there. I love that. R.I.P. That was such a great club. I've been in MGM. I've been in Aria. I've been in Caesar's Palace. So I've been into a lot of these clubs.
Aria's fucking dope.
Aria was one of the coolest clubs because it's downstairs. It's like really buried in that casino. But I mean, it's tight, it's loud, it's modern, everything else. So one time we were out there, you were out there with me. I think Papa Smurf was actually there with us. Papa Smurf.
We did the same thing. We saw the promoter and the
yeah. We got on the VIP list. Like I said, again, be nice to people. Just, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to be nice to people because what's the worst that can happen? In this case, we got in for free also. Yeah. So we got into Aria, this and that. And Little John was there. Amazing. And he was DJing. The music he was playing, like the way that club went was amazing. Now, there was some funny things that happened along the way that got us there, but we all made it into that Aria. This group of people, somehow, some way, all made it into the Aria to see Little John. Now, Little John was, at one point in time during the set, was about to pour champagne on the crowd. He said, I'm going to pour champagne on you guys. He had like 5 bottles. He was giving me a bottle of champagne because I was right next to the stage. I was literally right here. He was giving me a bottle to pour on people too. He's like, oh, shake it up and we're going to spray it on everyone, this and that. I swear to you, this woman, I call her a Magilla gorilla bitch, must have been 6'5" like a linebacker. Maybe she played for the Patriots at one point in time. She got in front of me, somehow pushed me out the way and grabbed the champagne bottle. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, really? I would have taken a good sip. I would have poured it on everybody and had fun. But regardless, I actually have a video still of it. Funny enough, a couple seconds later when he took his and he shook it out and sprayed it all over the crowd, like my camera even got wet. So, I mean, we're right there in the front of the thing at the Aria. That's how close you are to some of these things, like where it's not you're somewhere in the back, you're somewhere in the sky boxes, you're right there on the dance floor. We're almost as close as each other, like to the stage over here. So, what a beautiful scene and everything else.
I was so drunk that night.
Yes.
I didn't even know. We got back. I think the sun was up, and we had to go to the where did we go? Not the Grand Canyon. We went to the dam, Hoover Dam.
Yes. Oh, Hoover Dam. Those guys. The Hoover Dam is a ripoff, but yeah, that's a great way parallel. You know where you're
Hoover
going.
Dam. We're all hungover. It's 130 degrees out.
Yeah.
I remember that to this day, being on top of that thing, thinking
God.
that my shoes were gonna melt to the ground. I touched the concrete wall and I burned myself.
Yeah.
It was so hot.
Oh, I got two funny stories for you. A quick one. A girl named Cindy went with me one time, an ex-girlfriend of mine that went to the Grand Canyon. This dummy, I warned her, wear good sneakers, when going out there, wear comfortable shoes. It's really hot at the dam. She wore the Old Navy sandals, like the $3 flip-flops.
Yeah, I remember those.
They melted into the Hoover Dam. It was like 116 on the dash or something like that. I mean, literally, it melted into the Hoover Dam. So there's part of her sandals still at that Hoover Dam. The other good story of that one, that's the trip that we went. They stole $15 from me, and I'm still pissed off about it.
Yeah, and they bragged about it, too, in the video.
Oh, my gosh. So the Hoover Dam is free. For anyone who's been there, you can drive over the Hoover Dam on top of the dam for free. You could get out of your car in a little parking space. You could walk out on the bridge. You see water on one side, nothing on the other. It's a great place. Definitely worth seeing. If you've never been there, absolutely go see it. I would,
Hoover Dam is awesome.
100% I would recommend go seeing it. Do not take the dam tour. The dam tour is the biggest
not just a pun
scam.
Saying, don't take the damn
tour.
tour.
The damn tour from Vegas Vacation. It is a scam like there's no tomorrow. So,
it was cool. It was not a scam.
What a scam.
Why was it a scam?
Okay, so here's why it's a scam.
That was great.
These guys, they ask for $15. I'm like, what are you going to show me? A man who's been at the Hoover Dam 6, 7 times for, a guy who has been on top of this thing, seen everything. What are you going to show me that I haven't? Are you going to bring me downstairs? Then they say, no, we'll bring you to a secret area that only we have access to. Okay, cool. You sold me, right? So all of us, I had to be talked into this one because I off the bat did not want to go.
Yeah.
The first thing you do, you pay for the ticket. They put you in this auditorium, and it's like the National Geographic show where they explain to you that the Hoover Dam was built by such and such, in this time period. We're proud of, and that they're so proud of everything, that they're generating electricity for Nevada, this and that. I'm like, oh, cool. All right, well, get with the program. I already know the history. And it's like, and then at one point in time, what irked me beyond belief, they go, today we can announce that the dam is self-sufficient and making money. Then I'm like, I stood up and I said, why the hell did I pay $15?
And that crowd laughed.
They laughed beyond belief. You guys were embarrassed, but
I laughed because
that's a fair question. How are you going to take $15 from me and then poke fun at me about it, like, yeah, I'm making money on top of your money at this point. That's what I took that as a personal hit. I was not a fan of that at all. So Hoover Dam, $15.
Piss off.
Piss off.
I still thought it was fun.
It was. And the secret thing is they bring you downstairs in the shaky elevator and you see the generators. And I remember we must have had the dumbest tour guide ever. He's like, one generator is running out of 6, maybe 2 if it's that. All 6 were running. He's like, that's never happened. I'm like, dude, what'd you just get this job today? Like, I mean, I was in a bad mood the whole time about that one. I really was.
$15.
Yeah. And then they bring you up a little bit, like 1 story up in this little like catwalk to the best view of the dam. Dude, the best view of the dam is being on top of the dam and looking over one side or the other. That is the best view.
Looking over it, how low the water was.
Oh, it was. And apparently it overflowed in the 80s somewhere, late 80s, that it actually used to overflow. But now it's like, barely any water over there.
It's like the sides of the rocks where the water's just going lower and lower.
Exactly. That's a shame. But no, it's a beautiful sight. I mean, for free, take it. If you pay for that damn tour, you on your own.
So I don't have any experience with lady friends in Vegas.
No.
I want you to tell me if you have any experiences with some friends out there.
Let's see what I want to actually say. I'll tell you one. I'll tell you a funny one that happened recently. For once, so I am mostly Polish. I'm 98% Polish, born in Poland, but 2% Chinese. I know it's weird, but guess what? 2% is 2%. Regardless, I met up with an interesting girl. Now, she was wearing... I met her up on my burner phone. So Daddy got a burner phone. Don't judge me on that one, right? So we got a real phone, we got a burner phone. On the burner phone. And she had...
Where'd you meet her on?
Bumble.
Oh, really?
From California. She was a dental assistant, and she was out there in a party, everything else, where she was going to be there at the same time I did. So I thought it was a good idea. You know, we hung out a little bit, and she was half Chinese, half Vietnamese.
Huh.
Nice mix, right? So... hung out with her a little bit, met her at the Flamingo. Flamingo's a wonderful casino, and the gardens over there, everything else.
Flamingo.
Yeah.
We didn't go at all when we went, right?
No. It's a lot of pink. It's a cool place. It's over there by Bellagio, across from Bellagio that way. But wonderful place. Got to meet up with her, everything else. What got me interested in her, she had a ramen noodles shirt. And it was the ramen noodles, but it showed all the ingredients.
From the rib.
I know. She said she likes hamburger helper and macaroni and cheese. You know, that's wifey material right there.
Right there,
exactly.
Elvis.
Well, here's where the story gets good. So she was in a bridal party, and I told my buddies, I was sharing with two of my buddies a room, and I told them, hey, I need the room. You know, they were on their own, so I'm like, look, I might need the room. Let's just say that. Didn't have to use the room because she had key cards of her own. So we hung out, this and that. It was a fun time. She's like, yeah, let's go get to know each other and play Uno or go fish inside the room. She took key cards from the bridal party. I didn't notice. I'm like, wow, this is a beautiful room right here with the master suites, everything else. And we destroyed that room. By, go fish. We were going, a lot of go fishing going on, everything else. And somehow, some way, when I left that hotel room, I'm like, I'm a bad man. Like,
Why'd you feel bad?
There was, the go fish was going on. A lot of hands were going on, everything else. And we destroyed that room. I don't know if she had permission to even be in that room, but she had key cards to go in that room. So that's the way I'll bring it up. So there's a lot of funny stories like that. But the funniest story, which I get the most shit about to this day, is Nancy. I cannot stand anyone named Nancy. It's a beautiful name, but anyone named Nancy, I can't deal with. I'll tell you why I can't deal with somebody named Nancy. So this is one of my fun Vegas trips. Vegas is always fun. Remember, the club scene, everything else. The night before, there's a little, I got to tell the full story. So the night before, I'm playing craps. I love playing craps, which is an old man's game because I don't think it's popular anymore, where it's the 2 dice game in Vegas, this and that. And I remember I was playing craps, and lovely lady from South Dakota came up, and me and this lovely lady were having a great time. I was teaching her craps, we were drinking, and we exchanged numbers because we're staying at the same hotel, and we were going to the club the next day. So I'm like, cool, I'll meet you in the club, and we'll play Uno, maybe Uno or Chinese checkers or something like that, something fun and nice.
I like how you're very cultural with all your games.
Well, what are we going to play? Polish pierogies? I don't know.
From your heritage.
Yeah, from my heritage. That's it. So we're going to play Polish pierogies later and everything else. No. So, okay, South Dakota chicks. Cool. Everything else is in there. Now, like we said, that we brought up the club scene is a little wild in Vegas, this and that. I believe Papa Smurf was there. I don't remember if not, but Lisa was there. My friend Lisa was with me at the time. And Lisa, I remember, I was drunk going into the club, but Lisa told me, whatever you do, Chris, watch out for that girl right there. It's a girl in, the shortest orange dress of your life. It's so short, it's unbelievable. You can't stop and stare, especially bright parking cone orange. And she's like, whatever you do, don't go anywhere near there. And I'm not listening, whatever.
Yeah, I'm going after her.
Okay, so I'm dancing with a bunch of girls, they're grinding away, we're Chinese checkering and everything else and playing Uno. But so Uno, this one girl's like, hey, you know, I want to go back to the room and hopefully we can play Go Fish. I'm like, oh, cool. That's a great idea. I got a hotel room. And I remember I telling all my buddies, hey, I'm leaving the club. You know what? Just don't check up on me. Give me a couple hours. Just let me be. Now, don't go back to the rooms. Don't anything else. Just let me be. I'm on my way out. Okay, so what happens was I bring this lovely lady outside the club, and she's like, oh, I never saw roulette in my life. Because like we said, that the roulette tables and craps tables are next to the club. So I was like, okay, let me put $20 down, and I'll show you what roulette's about. While roulette's going on, her mother comes by. She's like, me and my daughter are here from California and we're here to have fun. What are you doing with my daughter? This and that. You know, it's their 26th birthday or something like that. I'm like, oh.
At least she's old enough.
And, yeah. And then she takes her away. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay, I'm drunk again. I'm like, what do I do? I'm like, all right, I'm texting the South Dakota girl at this point. I guess I'm texting her. I'm like, hey, meet me in the club. She's like, yeah, I'm at the bar already. Now, some time must have passed. Now, mind you, this must have been a half hour, 45 minutes. Something happened. I can't judge time because of how intoxicated I was, where I don't know what happened. So I kind of lost track of time. I remember going back into this club, looking for my friends, and they're gone. So at this point, they're gone too. They're no longer in this club. I'm back into this club because, you know, I had the wristband or whatever, and I'm back in there, and I meet the girl from South Dakota. Now, here's where the story starts going crazy. I meet her. She gives me a kiss on the cheek, give her a hug, this and that. Hey, good seeing you, this and that. I'm not paying attention. Some dude comes, buys 2 beers, grabs her like in a hug, and takes her out to the dance floor. So now the bar is separate from the club, meaning it's in this corner kind of at the time. So it's connected, but it's not connected.
The brickyard? It's kind of like it's away?
Yes. So it's away from things. So at this point, I'm by myself here. I'm like, nobody's here. This girl went away because I'm a dummy. I wasn't paying attention. You know, the California girls with, you know, mommy somewhere else too. So I'm like, what the hell am I going to do now? I'm like, okay, I'm going back on the dance floor. You know what? This is fun. This is Vegas. This is what it's about. And I remember just dancing with a couple girls and, you know, somehow, some way, I ended up dancing with the girl in the orange dress.
The one you told me.
Yeah, the one I was told not to. Now,
that makes sense.
You know, okay, everything's going good. And I'm like, hey, you know, being friendly. I say, hey, baby girl, what's your name? My name's Chris. She goes, my name is, I swear to you, the DJ stops. It gets whisper quiet. She goes, my name is Nancy. And I sober up. I'm like, oh, what just happened here? I'm like, excuse me, what's your name again? She goes, yeah, my name's Nancy. It was a man. And I am mortified at this point. I'm like, okay, this is not my night. I'm striking out everywhere. I gotta go. I gotta go back to the room, right? At this point, I'm like, all right, I got my key card. I'm leaving the club. This is starting to get a little wild. Too many variables and factors are going in. Now, nobody would know this story, but apparently I opened the door with the key card and everyone was partying in the room for some reason. All my friends were there. I remember jumping in a ball on the bed and going, it was a man, it was a man, she was a man, it was a man. And like, that's what I was hyperventilating. I was panicking because 100 things was going on at once. So in Vegas, you know what? You got to give people the Crocodile Dundee handshake, I guess. That's how
nowadays, I don't think that still works.
I don't know if that works anymore at this point.
That time,
they probably would have saved me at that point. Yeah. So Nancy, it's a beautiful name, but no Nancy.
Yeah, flashbacks.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
I want to bring up the guard dog one more time.
Guard dog.
Maybe 2 more times.
Okay, yeah. Guard dog was, me and guard dog had a lot of good trips, so go ahead.
Yeah, so what the time that the guard dog was in the room when our other friend decided to have company one night, and while we were having 40s on the strip.
Oh, this is a good one.
He came out fucking mother effing fucking.
With a Dominic. You know, he was with Dominic at the time. Yeah, I think Dominic and guard dog were sharing a room together. It was me and Dave too. We were having fun because this was after our bet, which we will bring up. Their sports bet. This tails into that. So we were having fun. It was like 2:00 in the morning. We were by Planet Hollywood and we were eating pizza. We were drinking beers and I think something else. It was a good time.
Definitely at 40s.
40s. Oh, it was 40s actually. Full glass 40s at the time when you still could have glass out there. So what happened was Dominic and guard dog had a room together, and Dominic had an agreement that he was going to have a lady friend come over, and guard dog has to leave the room, give him some free time and whatever. But guard dog, being guard dog, he didn't want to get out of the room, so he stayed in there and refused to leave the room. Now, the lady friend was coming for Dominic, and he had to cancel because he wouldn't get out of the room. He refused to get out of the room. Now, I felt so bad for this. I felt bad for him because how we even knew about this is we're downstairs, and he came storming out of there, red in the face. I'm like, you know what? And he told us the story. We're laughing because we're drinking and we're eating pizza. I'm like, you know what? The best I can do is buy you a slice of pizza, buddy, and come relax with us. And I think we were watching a game or something on the TV over there because it's 3-hour time difference, something like that.
Such a buzzkill that guy was.
Yeah, and there was good stories with him too. I had a lot of fun with him, but he always... the bad times happen there too for him, where it's always put him in a bad mood, where he's a great guy. I like him a lot. Just always something. Yeah, I think him and not Jim, him and Papa Smurf went at it one time. Him and Papa Smurf from Fremont. Yeah. Oh, we'll bring up Fremont too. Fremont, so we'll bring up Fremont, and then we'll go into sports betting. How about that? So
Fremont Street was bad. I love Fremont. I love downtown. The Mom Museum was awesome.
Oh, that's a great place too. If you go to the Mom Museum, I highly recommend it. It's definitely worth the money.
Go to Mom Museum on Fremont. It's
exactly. That's a great time. I remember one time Papa Smurf was dropping them off. Remember, they almost went in it. We got out at Mirage, like we're walking back. We're at Mandalay Bay. We're walking it back.
That's a far walk from Fremont.
But it was fun. But you know what? Me and you've always had a fun time. Every time. Me or, my buddy Tarbash, every time he went, it was always a great time, too. He always loved coming out there, too. And
so Tarbash, so speak of Tarbash real quick, you had if I remember this correctly, you guys shared a room. Yeah. And you brought back somebody.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I got to bring this up. Huh? All right. All right, Tarbash. Me and Tarbash go way back. Beautiful guy. Love that guy. Ugly as shit, But excuse me. Yeah. So we actually started off that vacation with corner suites. We stayed at the MGM on like a budget room where we were on a $35 room. Be nice to people. Got us into a corner suite, first floor, with a kitchen, living room, the whole 9 yards at the MGM. That was amazing.
That's where I saw Mike Tyson.
Yes. Yep. I saw Vander Holyfield. I actually saw Vander Holyfield there too. So cool. Go figure. We were saying, so Tarbash, me and him are sharing a room, and we have an agreement. If we have any lady friends over, get the hell out the room. Just give me a warning, whatever. I'll keep myself occupied. Me and him are always good with that, where it's Vegas. If you can't keep yourself occupied for 45 minutes an hour, you got problems. Yeah. Don't go there.
That place is overstimulated.
It's so many things to do. You don't have to spend $1 and you could have fun out there. So
just walk around outside.
Yeah. So lady friend I was with, me and him had an agreement that, he'll get out the room in peace and quiet. Now he's snoring. He's snoring because he's very tired. It's a little later in the day, and I kind of felt bad. And the lady friend is pressuring me. She's like, you know what? I want to play Chinese checkers or Uno or, go fish. And I'm like, I don't know about this go fish thing. I got my buddy here, this and that. He'll be okay. Well, he wasn't okay. So he is inside sleeping on the other bed, and we're playing go fish on the other bed, and all of a sudden you hear snoring to nothing. And I swear to you, at one point in time, I think he was kind of like this.
You think he was thought he was having a night terror?
Oh, he was having night terrors because there was some zoo noises coming out, and they weren't coming out from me. So let's just say that. Well, it gets funny because the next day he's like, "You big dummy! I was up. I saw everything. This and that. You made a promise to me, but he didn't leave. He loved it. He loved every minute of it. So Tarbash, love you, but you put yourself into that situation.
3D virtual whatever he saw in front of him."
Go fish.
Go fish, yeah. Go fish.
What a card game. Exactly. I should patent that right at that point.
So you love gambling. So let's talk about Vegas and gambling. What are some highlights of being of gambling down there? Any sports betting stuff? We did some horse.
Yep. So we brought up the horse racing and like the table games and stuff. That doesn't interest us because we live in Connecticut and we got Mohegan Foxwoods, two biggest casinos. They're amazing. You have everything and anything under one umbrella. While over there, it's like these small casinos that are interlinked and everything else. I never went out there to gamble per se. I never came in there like, I'm going to spend, $500 gambling. But sports was a big thing because sports wasn't still It was legal, but it wasn't. It was legal in the state of Nevada, but it wasn't anywhere else. The reason was there was a 92 bill called the Bradley bill that banned sports betting unless you had it on the books beforehand. The two states, meaning if you had it as a law before 92, you can have sports betting. Nothing the federal government can do. So Nevada always had sports betting, and they said to the federal government, yes, we want sports betting. It continued. Nevada never got rid of sports betting. New Jersey had it on the books too because, early prohibition, this and that. Oh. They could have, but they said, no, we don't want it. We're going to let it pass, and this is what opened up sports betting to us back in a couple of years ago where New Jersey sued the federal government because they wanted sports betting. They said, look, we had it on the books. We're going to legalize it as a state. So they legalized it while it was federally outlawed, which meant it was legal in the state of New Jersey, but federally they told them they couldn't do it. So the whole court case went down to federalism, which is states' rights versus federal rights. Who is right, whether it's a state to say this is our laws or the federal government to tell you what's law? Now, Nevada wasn't affected because they wanted it on the books. It always stayed on the books. New Jersey won that case because that state should have the right to have a law, especially like that. And that got Connecticut, got New York. That's why you have sports betting all over the place now. But before, it used to be just Nevada. So Nevada had a law that if you place the bet in person, let's say you place a $100 ticket, and you go home with it, you can mail it in. They'll give you a check. It's paid by mail. So it doesn't mean you have to be there for it. You just have to place the bet, and they will pay you after 365 days to get paid out. So that goes back into, where we were going. One of the funny times was the first time you ever went out there with me. And I told you that everyone who comes out there has to do a sports bet. You like sports, but you don't care about gambling inside of it or anything else. I'm like, look, it's a $5 minimum bet. Have a little fun with it. Nothing can go wrong. Who cares? And what happened was football preseason was going on at the time. So it was the Cowboys and the Dolphins playing, right? Yeah. And you're like, you know what? I like the Cowboys. They're a good team. So I'm going to place $5 on the Cowboys. Now, mind you, you don't care about sports. You usually never checking your phone, this and that. That made you check your phone. You're like, oh, it's the first quarter. I'm up by 3. Oh, cool. We're up by 10. Oh, the score's 10-7. We were going to Counts Customs. We were going to Pawn Stars. Yep. And we were going to the restorations, Rick's Restoration place. That cool. So I remember the whole time. You're like, oh, I'm checking my phone. It's halftime. I'm up by 3. I'm up by 10. And, what happened was the game comes down to the 2-minute mark. And we were on Fremont Street, which we'll bring up, Freak Central. And I remember... You're like, it's a tie game at this point now. There's a minute left, something like that. And the Miami Dolphins scored a touchdown and you lost. You're like, Chris, my bet lost. I had a great time, though. I would probably do it again, this and that. Not my thing, but I had a fun time with it. Now, mind you, you're telling me these updates, and I'm listening to it. I'm not giving you any feedback at all. I'm kind of no cold, stone cold, no reaction, nothing out of me.
You were good.
I was
kept the poker face.
I remember I pulled you aside. I'm like, David, I'm so sorry. I pull out a ticket. I had $2,000 on the Miami Dolphins that won.
You knew I was gonna lose.
Now, mind you, I'm having a panic attack the whole time you're telling me this. I'm like, oh, shit, there goes $2,000 down the toilet, this and that. But you know what? But I'm a good friend. You're like, you're an asshole. You did that on purpose. And I I placed my bet the night before, to be fair. I didn't do it against you. It wasn't one of those.
Stop me.
I didn't stop you. I didn't stop you. I made you pick one. I'm like, you got to pick one and you got to place it somewhere. And you're picking your own poison on that one. But you know what? The good thing was I bought you dinner that day. Did I not? I'm a good friend for that. Exactly. So I was like, I got dinner on you. And you're shaking your head. You're like, I can't believe you went against me. That turned you around very quick.
That's great.
That's Fremont. Fremont Street is amazing. So Fremont Street is old school Las Vegas. It's the original Vegas Strip, but it's technically off the Strip. It's the north of it. It's like the canopy and everything else.
To the Strip too.
Correct. Yep. And fun place, but you know what? It's a fun place, but it's a sketchy place. That's the thing.
I got some pictures with some real weirdos. I don't know if I have them anymore, but the guy with the pink tutu.
Oh, yeah.
Remember him? Yeah, he was cool.
All the entertainers.
He reminded me of my Uncle Chucky. I thought it was
good
him.
old Chucky. Oh.
But as we wrap up, let's go over top moments. Let's think of top 5 Vegas. See, I'll start with one, and then you bounce off. the wheelchair in the middle of the road leaned over. Remember that? Was off the strip a little bit. Where was the guy?
Oh, yeah.
Where was the guy?
Yeah.
He wasn't nowhere.
Oh, no.
We thought a car hit him or something, or maybe he got away.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was one. How about the bitch get out of my life guy? So guy was freaking out in the casino. I remember he's going off the walls. He's like, bitch, get out of my life. Everything else, like, he's just looking at you, bitch, get out of my life. And you're like, whoa, what's going on? Me and my friend Jim were there. And I remember we're like, we should go up to this man. He's probably a stockbroker, you know. If we tell him, yeah, bitch, get out of your life, it might have completed him. He's like, thank you, sir. I am going back to my day-to-day life, right? The guy got kicked out the casino. He's out on the streets. It was great. That's I love the freaks on Vegas. Vegas has the best freaks there can be. You got any crazy experiences like that with freaks? Or
I remember when we were coming back came back from dinner, I believe, and we're driving back. It was the SUV with all of us in it.
Yes.
And he had the guy hooked up to an IV with a gurney on or running down the street. Remember him?
Yep, by Stratosphere over here. That's
and he was
it.
looking all sketchy. I'm like, where did he escape from?
Oh, man. I've seen a Royal Rumble, literally, not the wrestling kind. I used to like wrestling back in the 80s, but I've seen a Royal Rumble at the place. Now it's called the D. I think it was Fitzgerald's or whatever on Fremont Street at a poker hand that went wrong. And literally the other guy took the guy and like body slammed them through the table.
It's
great. I mean, the entertainment's there is amazing sometimes. So that was a good one. I'm like, all right, I don't need to be in the scene anymore. I think enough eye in the skies are there. Don't do anything dumb in Vegas, or the eye in the sky will see all. So that's my experience, and that's my thing to you.
I think I shit my pants. We went to the link.
Oh, yeah.
What's the tallest?
The Ferris wheel. Yeah. Oh, and without getting in there, I remember I got you guys $10. Yeah, $10 Groupons. And guess what? I'm so cheap. I got the free Groupon because it was recommend 3 and you get 1 free.
I got the free drink. It didn't help. The higher we got, the worse. I remember sitting like curled over because it was so high. I wasn't even happy about it. I remember watching the planes come over. I'm like,
I know.
That
You were terrified.
I was terrified.
You looked like a ghost, and I'm about to do cartwheels, like bouncing in. Remember everything? Let's jump. Everyone on 3. Oh, another funny one. Another funny little quick story for you. One time I was drunk out of my mind. Like we said, drinking is bad, people, especially with me, because like I have no tolerance to anything else. So I was definitely drunk. I came out of a Luxor elevator. So the Luxor elevator is cool. It doesn't go up and down. It kind of oscillates because it's a pyramid. So there's no, the way it goes. Regardless, I remember coming out of there, and there was a guy with like a camera and everything else, and he was a tourist. He's taking pictures, and I remember just jumping out the elevator, like, established in 1994, the Luxor was built, and I'm like, spitting out all these facts. So I mean, the guy was like, oh, thank you very much, and gave me a $5 bill. He tipped me $5, so I actually made money going to Vegas one time.
Yeah,
that was good. Funny. Yeah, see,
you should be a tour guide out there. You'd be great.
I think so, because you know what? I know all the ins and outs. I know the good, the bad, the ugly, the crazy. Whatever people want, I can supply, but I can show them. Meaning, you don't have to go out there with a lot of money. You don't have to gamble. You can just go out there, as long as you got a place, a roof over your head, and a flight in and out, you'll have an amazing time. Yeah. There's so many things to do. See the Neon Museum's another one. Seeing the Bellagio Falls for the first time.
Waterfalls are cool.
Yeah, remember the Mirage volcano? That thing's gone.
Is it really?
Yeah, they got rid of the Mirage. That was a nice fun spot too.
My iconic spot was the Riviera.
Yes,
because that was
Casino was
the movie Casino was in it. That was so
with
cool
the chandeliers and everything.
Yeah, I like all the mob history.
Absolutely
to Las Vegas. And
what about what's across the street from the Riviera? Used to be Circus. Oh,
is that gone? Is that still there? That's still there.
That's still there. You better have 3 tetanus shots just walking in there.
Remember the music park inside? It was all.
Remember the carpet? How it smelled? Like it was disgusting. That place. I'm sorry. That's a property they got to start again. Just redo it. Do something else. Make it. The Excalibur gets a bad rap for that. The Excalibur down
it's next
south.
door.
Yeah, well, no, it's all the way on the south end. But regardless, the Excalibur it's the castle. The castle. It's like
It's next to Luxor.
Yeah, it's like family friendly resort. But guess what? You can have a lot of fun there. You can go on the cheap. Circus. I'm walking out, and that's it.
For the price of them, you can probably stay pretty much anywhere for roughly around the same for like a basic room.
Oh, yeah.
So you can avoid Circus.
Yep. Now you got to worry about resort fees and stuff. Back in the day, we had no resort fees, no parking fees. I can't believe that's criminal how much they want for like parking fees, even $30 a day parking now.
Used to be free.
Yeah. Back then, you would get a rental car for, how many times I got rental car upgrades just being nice, So it's always something. Like we've had Corvettes out there. We've had some good rentals, some good fun times.
Convertibles we had.
Yeah, exactly. Seabrings. I love those Seabrings.
That was cool.
Shout out to Chrysler.
Huge fan.
Huge fan. That's it. Send me a car.
So as we wrap up, what is something, I know we went over some beginner stuff for Vegas, but how about beginner gamblers? Because they're going to happen. It's everywhere.
It is.
Gambling is everywhere. What is something that you should always be like aware of?
I'll be telling you, go in there with a budget, meaning like go in there with realistic expectations. You're not going to become a millionaire. You're not going to be, the new Elon Musk. Go in there and have fun. Save up money. If you're going to Vegas and you want to gamble, you want to see everything. Let's say you want the full experience. You want the blackjack. You want the roulette, the craps, whatever. Go in there with a budget. Go in there with $300 and expect to lose it. Just go in there thinking, I'm giving this away. I'm there for the experience. Yeah. Basically, I'm not there to make money. Where you will make the mistake is, let's say you're playing blackjack and let's say you're in with a $300 budget and you get it to $500. $500 not good enough for you, so you're going to try again and again, and then, I got to hit the ATM, and this time I'll make it up because I lost all that, and you could go down a slippery
like a vicious
rabbit
cycle.
hole. It can be, where you need to go in there with somebody who's going to pull you aside and tell you, look, you're done. You're cut off, we're here to have fun, just don't worry about it. Let's go.
Let your emotions get ahead of you.
It does, but it caters to you. That's the problem to a lot of people because you have drinking everywhere, you have women everywhere. It's vices are all around. You have to go in there with strong willpower and just a strong base. It depends on who you go with too. Yeah. If you have good people around you, you're gonna have a fun time. So hey, invite me out there. Anybody who wants to, I pack light. That's all.
Yeah, we can pack light.
Yeah,
but. Awesome, man. Thanks for being on here. I had a good time.
Thank you so much for having me. If I can say for future recommendations, I have two guests, because you guys are bright, up-and-coming podcasts. I love it. I love what you guys do. I love the set, everything else, especially my boy PK Subban back here. PK, love you, buddy.
PK on here. Is he one of your top guys for me? If you were to pick three for the next...
Oh, absolutely. PK Subban would beat all of them. Like I said, I'm a diehard Penguins fan. I have been since 91, since Ron Francis got traded, not the Crosby years. Not, we're talking Lemieux, Yager, Francis years, so I'm old school with that. But when I went to the Devils games, I said, boo to everyone except PK, you're all right by me. I always loved the guy. I loved his personality. I love all the charity work. I don't know if you know all the charity work the guy does Montreal. Too. So yeah, $10 million donation to the Children's Hospital, something like that. Great guy. And he played there for 5 years, something like that. He was beloved in that city to this day. I was in Montreal this year, and everyone knows PK. I saw the jerseys, everything else. Like, amazing guy. So yeah, big shout outs to PK Subban. So if he's watching, and yeah.
I want to go to Montreal, but I'm still like, no. Yeah, I'm not allowed yet.
Yeah, it's a fun place. It's a fun place.
I want a couple more years until I'm allowed into that country.
I'll tell you this without going on a rant about Montreal. Beautiful place. It's a cultural place where it's a like I go to Toronto a lot, so I've been to Canada a lot. I understand Ottawa, everything else, like the Ontario province. When you go into the Quebec province where Montreal is, you're in a different country. They speak English, but like with a very hard accent. Like they're trying to, I'm going to be speaking to you because it's nice. French is their number one language, but the people are elegant. They're very nice and friendly. We got that, me and my buddy Jim went up there and we had an amazing time. We went to a hockey game, everything else. I've never seen an arena explode when a goal gets scored. I mean, I've been to MSG. I've been to Vegas over there, the Golden Knights. Shout outs to them too. Yeah, And at the Montreal Bell Center, when they score, everyone, not one person is on their Game Boy, not on their iPad playing. Everyone's paying attention. Everyone's nitpicking at, the players. Beautiful arena, beautiful people. Thank you for having me, and I can't wait to go back out there. My two other ones, other than PK Subban, number one, love you, PK. But number two, you got to have my buddy Josh on. I think he would be an excellent.
I tried one time. I'm going to try him again.
I think so. You know, he has a cooking show, too. The man that started a cooking
That's
show.
what I was trying to get him on, but
Yeah.
he goes, I don't have enough yet, so...
Well, you know,
DJ
bring up,
could
but the DJing, he got a lot of DJ stories, and he loves the DJing, too.
Yeah.
His music is, you know, on point. I love the guy, too. DJ Josh Motion.
Yeah.
And then the last one, you're going to love this one. Matt. Story time with your boy Matt.
That's what it'll be called. Story time with
Story
Matt.
time with your boy Matt. That's your episode right
Brian,
there.
You know who that is?
You know who that is, Brian?
Yeah.
Beautiful man. You know what? He got stories for days, and I think they'd be actually excellent. I think if you had me speaking with you for, I don't know, what are we speaking for, an hour and a half, something like that over here, where, you know, time flies. I think with him, you could go 2 hours, no problem. That man could tell you days.
Probably 4 hours with him.
Maybe even 4 hours. You know what? Shout out to him, too. I think he'd be an excellent.
I'll reach out to Matt. I like Matt.
Yeah.
All jokes aside.
All jokes aside, those would be the best ones. But yeah, again, PK, that's so cool that you got that. And you got the Shab back there, too, I just noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Brendan Shab, too.
I got pictures with Shab when I saw him at the gym. Yeah, I got selfies with him. He's cool. He's cool as shit.
I met him in Vegas. He was one of the nicest guys there. Like, cause they have the fan expos, everything else. We're not going to go into it. But I remember having like a 5-minute conversation with the guy. Excellent guy. So,
yeah. No. Actually, last one before we go, let's talk about our autograph. The guy I know. I don't want to give it too much. I want you to tell it, and then we'll be done.
Too quick. So then I'll make them very quick. My buddy Tarbash, we brought him up. So Tarbash loves he loves sports like me. Everything else, loves the UFC. Everything else. First story goes like this. Tarbash does websites. He does graphic work. He's a graphic designer, right? And works in the movie industry, everything else. Guy's very talented. Love the guy to death. Gave me a business card, and I knew Stephen Bonner, R.I.P. The guy's dead, but yeah, he passed away, unfortunately. But I remember going up to Stephen Bonner, and we were talking, and he's like, hey, I need website work done. You know, I need graphic design work. I'm like, hey, my buddy, a big fan of yours, and he will definitely hook you up for it and everything else. So, I gave him, hold on, I got sidetracked a little bit. All right.
You got a little. What? So Stephen Bonner wanted a website from Tarbash?
Stephen Bonner wanted a website from Tarbash.
Yeah.
And how this went was, I remember giving a business card to him. So I remember talking to him, and he's like, yeah, you know, he's a fan. He's a big fan of mine. No matter what, I'll reach out to him, and I'll make sure that I tell him, regardless whether or not I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
He didn't. So what he did, he took the business card and he had a pocket like mine. So he put the business card over here and on the way I go. A couple months goes by, he fights Anderson Silva. No response to my boy Tarbash, who was heartbroken and really wanted to go see that.
Yeah.
And so what happened? Anderson Silva gave him a knee right to the chest, right where the playing card was, and knocked him out. So, yeah. So that's his karma for not responding to my boy Tarbash. Second Tarbash story goes like this. Chael Sonnen. We love Chael Sonnen.
I love
Chael Sonnen. Thank you. You know what? The man was so awesome, so amazing.
Guy in the world,
I went out there for Anderson Silva, Chael Sonnen, too. I love that fight. That was an amazing fight. It got me out to Vegas. I paid $400 a ticket. Go figure that one out to see it, but way worth the money. Well, Daddy put a little dollars to offset it, but regardless, we were okay on that one. So, Chael Sonnen was doing an autograph session and everything else when he was with Bellator, because he was out of the UFC. He was still with Bellator, everything else, actually.
American Gangster.
And the American Gangster. He's an amazing guy. So I remember I had a couple things I needed signed from the UFC 148. Very important things where I had something signed with Anderson Silva and his signature next to it would be really cool. So I didn't want to bombard him with stuff like, hey, I need this sign, because, you know, that's kind of rude. You ask for like one or two things and you keep it moving. So I remember I have a playing card collection of UFC fighter signatures and everything else that I need, you know, that I like collecting and everything else. And I remember I had a playing card, but I'm like, Tarbash, can you please go up to Chael Sonnen and get the sign for me? Because I don't want to seem like a dick. I got many things. I had like 3 or 4 things. I didn't want any, you know, I didn't want him to say, it's too many. I don't want to deal with it. Tarbash is like, yeah, I'll take care of that. So he takes the playing card, which is in a top loader, plastic sleeve. It's a piece of plastic that keeps the trading card, if people don't know. And he goes up there. He goes, "Hi, Chael, can you please sign my card?" Okay. As goofy as he can be. Yeah, that's exactly how he talked. And, you know, he's like, "Hi, buddy." And, you know, signed it and everything else. And he left. One problem. He comes back and he's like, "Oh, Chris, there's a problem. I'm like, what's the problem? You went up there, you got a signature. He's like, oh, I got him to sign the plastic, not the trading card. I'm like, and now mind you, there wasn't a big line. There must have been like 5 people. And I remember he's like, oh, what do I do now? I'm like, go, get your ass back in that line. That's what you do. And the thing is, like, I cut a little jokes here and there on my boy Tarbash. Even though I love the guy, I was a little, enough that Chael heard it. He's like, wow, your friends really make fun of you on that one. So.
And I used to see him when he would come in, when he'd do his shows there. And I said, you know what, let me ask him. I was like, hey, did you have two guys come in your line and you signed the plastic sleeve? He goes, oh, that was your friend. He goes, oh, your other buddy was a real jerk to him. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like them.
We tried. We all love each other. We're all friendly. That it's all fun and games. But yeah, Tarbash, you did that one. That one's on you, buddy. And guess what? I was supposed to bring it today. I forgot it. I'm going to donate it to the podcast on the wall. We got to put that piece of plastic that's legitimately signed by Chael's son, Chael P's son, and amazing guy.
Awesome.
No,
sweet. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. Have a all the best.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, man.
Thank you.